Hey guys, welcome to the Weekly Talkthrough. We are back, of course, with Katie and Matt from the Daily Walkthrough, giving you the most important news in gaming and esports this week. Starting out with our new format, of course, Matt is going to be picking the most important news from this week and quizzing me to see if I remember all of the things that I read and write about Monday through Friday.
Is it really still a new format, though?
I mean, we've only done it, what, three times?
Three times?
The slightly less new, but still kind of new format. All right, let's get started. As you can see, by the way, we were evicted from our prior filming spot, so now we have found residence in a new home.
But this one's so much better and prettier and stuff anyway.
I know.
Look at us upgrading.
Yeah, and it's warm in here, so I'm happy with it. But anyway, all right, on to the quiz.
All right, here we go. This one should be very, very easy. Very easy. Kentucky.
Matt Bevan went on a screed about video games and violence.
Here, let's keep going though. Rhode Island.
Rhode Island's state representative something the third. That's all I remember. It's Robert something the third.
Yeah.
So there's a couple things. Do you want me to just do all of them, Trump included?
And then Trump.
Okay. So, of course, everyone knows about the tragedy in Parkland, Florida, with Nicholas Cruz killing 17 people at that school. Multiple governors, state representatives, and now the president himself have come out against video games in all of this, although it had nothing to do with that shooting and does not have anything to do with these shootings. So, of course, Kentucky Governor Matt Bevan went on a screed on a podcast basically comparing violent video games to pornography, saying it's a culture of death, like basically espousing on things he knows pretty much nothing about. Actually, the Daily Walkthrough, we wrote an op-ed on that, which you can find on our website. And then, of course, Rhode Island, a state representative, is introducing legislation that intends to tax violent video games with a rating of M or higher from the ESRB, with the intent of taking the funds from those taxes and giving it back to mental health programs for schools. Which, as I've been talking to people, stay tuned, of course, we're going to have a piece coming out very soon that actually looks at the First Amendment issues with that legislation and the fact that it may go against multiple Supreme Court cases that have already been ruled on instances like this. And of course, last, then you had President Donald Trump, who made a quip about it briefly in passing while he was talking with lawmakers about potential legislation and moves they could make to prevent future school shootings. And he said that it was essentially a culture of violence that may be influencing young adults to behave more violently, which again, entirely unproven, not true. There's nothing conclusive. There's plenty of studies out there that prove otherwise. There have been a few in the past who have maybe pointed to empathy issues and so on, but nothing's conclusive. There's no hard evidence, and that is something that we want to stress as much as we can.
Yeah, I mean, even here on the Daily Walkthrough, or the Weekly Talkthrough of the Daily Walkthrough, we've even talked about the studies that came out a couple of weeks ago, the York University study that came out that said there's absolutely no connection. And the video game industry isn't the only one that's sort of getting hit by all these politicians, the movie industry.
Entertainment at large, really. It's the whole culture of violence is kind of this phrase that's being coined. And again, that's so easily debunked by simply looking at the entertainment industry and gaming industry are not isolated to America. And yet we're the only ones who are facing epidemics of school shootings like this. But anyway, if you want to learn more, I have an opinion piece out. You can find it on the Daily Walkthrough. And again, stay tuned. We have more articles coming out looking at the legal side of this. But one for me.
All right, are we ready for the next question?
All right.
All right, here we go. Here, so this one's going to be fun, I think.
Okay.
OBJ. KD. Cardinals.
Wait.
I made sure not to use the athletes' actual names, and I used their nicknames instead to try to trick her.
Are you talking about all the people who just did that funding round for someone whose name I can't remember? No.
I can't trick her. It doesn't work.
Is that it? Did I get it right?
Yeah, you did.
It's something. What?
What organization is it?
Oh.
It starts with an E.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't remember. But basically.
Wait, here. Alpha, Beta, Delta. Oh wait, no, that's not right. That would be Absalom.
See, you okay, no. Basically, he's going to fill you in a second. He's going to help you out here because I can't remember. But basically, in the esports group, they just got, what was like 36 million or something in a funding round. 38 million in a funding round from various different groups, including a lot of high profile professional traditional sports players and organizations, and I can't remember who it is.
Odell Beckham Jr. of the New York Giants, Kevin Durant of the Golden State
Cardinals.
Warriors, and the St. Louis
Yeah, but
Cardinals.
what's the team? What?
The MLB baseball team
No, the
invested
esports
in
team.
Vision Esports, a parent company of Echo Fox.
Okay.
So Echo
Good
Fox.
for you, Rick Fox.
Good for you, Rick Fox. A lot of owners, of course, tweeting about it yesterday. Jack Etienne specifically congratulating him. Everybody giving.
Well, it's a great legitimizer for the scene for sure.
Yeah, I mean, this isn't new at this point.
Right.
Traditional sports athletes have been coming in troves supporting esports, not only with organization and team money, but their own personal money. So, I mean, Gordon Hayward is one specifically that everybody likes to point to because he's such a good flag bearer for the esports community, for the bridge between traditional sports and esports. So, cool news for Echo Fox.
Do I get a point or half a point? Because I vaguely knew the story, but I did not know any of the specifics.
I tell you what, I gave you a point last week, and then our editor, Josh, decided not to give it to you in the final cut of the video, so why don't we just let Josh decide?
Josh, Overlord Supreme of the Weekly Talkthrough, shall decide if I am graced with a point or half a point.
It's all there, black and white, clear as crystal. You get nothing. You lose.
Please be merciful unto your humble servants.
All right. Are we ready for the next one?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, here we go.
Wait, you almost showed me the paper.
I
My
almost
God.
showed her. Guys,
Right.
I almost showed her the paper.
All right.
Okay. The next one is a little bit of a combo story. Teaser. Reveal. Twitter. Void.
Oh, are you talking about Kesa, the new Overwatch, the new League of Legends?
You got it without even meaning to.
Kesa, who's basically Kerrigan from StarCraft, just throwing that out there right now.
We're talking about both League and Overwatch.
Oh shit! Yeah, there is. Maybe that was subconscious of me, and I'm sorry, I just screamed that. So there is. I'm big on the Overwatch lore. Oh my gosh! So we got a little bit of a teaser from Overwatch the other day that kind of does a declassified memo of a mission that all these people that Ana has led back in the day, before everything blew up and Reaper became Reaper and all that shit. And they mention one of their operatives that we don't know anything about.
Private First Class, I believe.
So that's probably, it's not really a subtle hint. I mean, they give a name, and it's pretty much a pretty big teaser for the 27th champion. I'm really psyched about it.
See, I've seen arguments, though, that it's not the 27th champion, that it's the next Uprising event. So there's a little bit of an argument going on between which one it could be. So
just give me more original Gabriel Reyes voice acting, please.
Let's be a little careful before 100% saying this is Hero
he's a
27. You're still on that train.
Oh yeah, forever.
Before we say this is Hero 27, 100%, it might be a new event. The timing of it is a little weird because obviously we still have Lunar New Year going on right now, so them teasing a new event would be a little bit weird timing-wise, but we'll see. Is the real answer there?
I'm excited.
And then the League of Legends champion also is your combo.
Is Kerrigan
hero
from StarCraft.
release is a Void champion who is...
She's some broad who got stuck in the Void, and so that she didn't get super dead, she used the Void skin and put it on, and then basically became Kerrigan, and now she just F shit up.
Who's rumored to be Cassian's daughter, lore-wise. I can't believe you didn't jump on
Good for him! Get it on.
There you go.
Who's mom?
I don't know.
Do you need a mom in the Void?
Do Void people need mama and dada?
I don't know.
Okay, well.
That's a question for another day. Maybe that day will hopefully never come. Anyway, I think I nailed it. Wait, but I kind of got Overwatch.
What role is she supposed to be?
A marksman, right?
She is supposed to be a marksman, although
We were just brutally cut off by the camera, but it's okay. We're back. So we were saying that, of course, she's a marksman, but people were saying she could also be utilized.
She'll probably get played a lot in mid lane is the speculation,
right.
Because of her sort of assassin-y type kit.
Right.
And we'll see because obviously, the thing with her, her sort of unique thing as a champion is building different items on her gives her different unique skill sets.
Yeah, and some will scale, you know, with ability power or attack power, and like sometimes she can disappear and then become behind you and be like, cha, cha, cha. It's pretty cool. Check out her abilities. Of course, we covered it all in the daily walkthrough, and of course, you can go to League of Legends and check it out there as well.
And then the other new meme, last thing, the new meme with her is that she's essentially, her art, her concept art, like her backsplash is just Vayne. They literally just repainted over Vayne and just.
Really?
If you look at it, it's like the exact Arclight, Vayne, and.
You have that many resources?
It's like the exact.
And you're that lazy?
I very much doubt the people, the artists at Riot are very talented. I doubt that that's what actually happened, but that is the new meme.
But the internet does love conspiracy theories. All right, was that it?
We got one more. One more quick one. One more quick one.
All right.
Bits. Cheers.
Overwatch League. You can now buy the bits, and you can do the cheering during the matches. You can actually still do it when matches aren't live.
Yep.
And they've raked in
140,000.
Yeah, I was gonna say million. That was right. 140,000 already within the first 24 hours being the key thing there. So it was however many. It was over something 10 million cheers or something like that. Huge number. I know there's a million at some point.
I don't know the answer to how.
But anyway. Clearly right now, we'll see if the vanity, the novelty of it wears off, but right now it seems to be wildly successful.
So yeah, the whole point is essentially people can cheer and purchase bits and give bits to the Overwatch League Twitch channel now, with the reward being A, emotes to use in chat, and B, a specific flair for the team that you cheer for.
Right.
And then the side note is also Overwatch has started giving out Overwatch League tokens to purchase Overwatch League skins within the game for watching the Overwatch League. So every time you're watching and a map concludes, you get one token.
Right, so you don't just have to buy them if you don't want to.
Right.
There's options for you if monetary, maybe it's a little bit of a tighter budget. You can just watch.
And if you're like me and you're trying to think to yourself, okay, well, give me one token per map. So the way to think about it really is that you get one token per map finish that you watch. Potentially there's 15 maps a night. If every game goes to a best of 5, minimum there's 12. So you're getting 12 tokens a night, 15 tokens a night if you watch the entirety of the stream, which obviously not everybody watches the entirety of the stream. But I think it's a good move. Essentially, if you watch 10 days of Overwatch League, give or take some, you get a skin for yourself, which I think for people who watch Overwatch League anyway, the people who are watching are going to watch anyway.
Awesome. Well, I think it's a definitely an interesting move from them. I like to see avenues that don't require money. But yeah, so nailed it. Good for me.
We'll see what Josh says.
Good for me. Yes, yes. But as you can see, guys, that is it for us. And of course, the weekly talkthrough brought to you by the one and only Katie and Matt of the Daily Walkthrough, going over the most important news in gaming and esports. We will catch you next week. Stay tuned.
The 2 and only?
Whatever. I do what I want.